Respect My Grind TV. I like all that little magic. It made me feel like we're doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all our viewers out there. This is like basically the first uh for the new season. I'm very excited. If I seem kind of tired and beat down, it's because I've been having a very, very long day. Um, in which I've been bouncing all over the place with Steady Hendricks. But for those who are unfamiliar with who I am, this is your boy Grind Mode Chaos. One third of the group Grind Mode. That's right, Chaos, aka Pressure King, aka Something Serious, aka Nothing Nice, aka Henrietta Son, aka the Animalizer. It's a lot of AKAs in there because I mean a lot to a lot of different people. Um, I'm just very excited to be back on Video Mix. It's been a little while. But this is home, and home is where the heart is. So yeah, man, my week, um, it's been kind of regular, but not regular. We up in January. I'm very excited. 2021 is here. Let's clap it up. I don't have no sound effects. All this stuff here, but I don't have nothing. Oh, God, 2020, Happy New Year. All that, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We in 2021. Hopefully this year will be better than last year and the year before. I won't say the year before because last year, the year before that was a whole lot better because COVID did not exist. And when it did exist, it was something we can get rid of with hand sanitizer. Aren't you tired of hand sanitizer? Like all I do is bathe in hand sanitizer. Now it makes me feel like I'm being rude to people because every time I shake their hand or I high five, my fist bump, I'm going like this and using hand sanitizer. It just it feels weird. It makes me feel like I'm being rude. Like you got cooties and I don't, brother. You got cooties. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I got my cootie shot. So yeah, man, my week has been very awesome. We're in the first week of the year, and I couldn't be more excited. It's been a while, like I said, that I haven't been on Video Mix, but the return feels awesome. It feels sort of like when LeBron came back to the Heat. That's how I feel. So um, I wish I could get some LeBron money. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what we're gonna focus on this year, man. The holidays was awesome. Christmas was definitely awesome, but it was very different. Not being so interactive with family. You know how the news did, they overdid it for the right reason to say, let's not do all the traveling, let's not go house hopping. You know how us black folks do. We like to start off in the morning, just like Thanksgiving, and go to auntie house, then grandma house, then the in-laws house, then your siblings house, then back home, and then after you accumulated a bunch of plates, then you can say you really enjoyed enough jokes and video games and spades and chess and checkers or all the other games, you know what I mean? But we were more digital this year. Salute to all the people that's been abiding by it, keeping the mask on. That's definitely something that we all should be doing and practicing until we outgrow or beat this invisible bully. Um, you've seen me on here stress it before about keeping a mask on because it's important. Um, this is something that we all couldn't have prepared for. This is something that we are preparing for and going along with this situation as it grows. You know what I mean? And definitely rest in peace and prayers to all the ones that we lost in the last several months, man. It's been tough. It's not to be taken as a joke, even though we have to, smile our way through some things. It's been tough, but I would like to say, little moment of silence for those that we lost this year because to them it wasn't funny. You know what I mean? Because we lost some elderly people, we lost some young people. Um, it definitely is not a racist disease. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard a lot of racial slurs, calling it the Kung Fu disease and the Chinese disease and the Hong Kong disease. And
You remember back
then
when they were
when it
saying
first
black people
started,
couldn't get the COVID?
right? And then remember we had the memes, Jesse. Remember we had the memes where it just went everywhere and then it bounced over Africa and then started
Yeah.
and people was like dancing like we black, we can't get it, and then boom, we we started
Wakanda.
getting it, and people was like, then it was like, I felt like I was gonna have to fly to Wakanda because it was safer with Black Panther and Prince T'Challa, T'Chaka. I can't even remember his name. Rest in peace to him. I haven't been on here for a little while, so excuse me if I ramble. I'm just very excited. It feels like this is a late Christmas gift, and I'm just excited for us to make the transition into the new age of digital marketing and the digital realm of television because I'm used to having Jesse talking over here and my other cameraman talking over here, but now he's somewhere in an igloo trap with a whole bunch of Lysol spray, and I'm where I'm at in an undisclosed location. I do have a guest today, which I'm gonna touch on by the name of Chyna Doll, baby. This is her setup. This is not the video mix setup. This is not Respect My Grind live setup. Um, basically, what my show is about is on Mondays. You're gonna see me on here for Respect My Grind Television. But on Tuesdays, you're gonna see me on here for Respect My Grind Live. This is where I go in depth with what the artists want to see, what the producers want to see, what the viewers want to see. Um, in a realm of me traveling, going to different studios. I want to go to different restaurants. I want to go to different businesses. I want to sit down with creditors. It ain't just music, music, music. There's other components that help the musicians, artists, rappers, singers, entrepreneurs grow their success and travel in that journey of actually giving you the tools, and that's what I want to do. This is a little more intimate, so I'm loving it. So now I'm in a radio studio this week, and we're gonna talk to China a little bit later. And I want her perspective because sometimes y'all listen to me and y'all think I just be making all this stuff up. So I just want to be able to ask her a few questions and get into how she got into this. This is awesome, man. And some of you viewers want to do this. You want to do podcasting. You want to do journalism. You want to do media. You want to do, what I mean, television just like we're doing. And anything that I'm dealing with, I'm an open book and I love to figure out how I can take the load off you or add something in your tool belt in order to make you achieve that goal. One thing about video mix, we all over the place. You see us at Jazz in the Gardens. You see us at different events. Now we have to move a little more stealth, a whole lot more careful, and safety is Jesse's big thing, my big thing. So you're not gonna see a bunch of people on my show live. You know what I mean? That's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to abide by the rules. You know what I mean? So definitely, man. Like again, I say I'm excited. Um, I did have some technical difficulties, me just being honest with you earlier. If anybody know how to work this iRig or got a different kind of iRig, y'all need to hit me up on Grind Mode Chaos. Cause this thing cost me $100 at the top center. Somebody owe me some goddamn. So listen, what I'm telling you is I did learn something, man. I got a tech guy that's in the back, man. I'm very happy that he helped me out because this mainly for guitars and amplifiers and things like that. So I'm gonna figure out something, or I'm gonna learn how to play a guitar because I ain't finna waste my money, because that came off the last stimulus check. so, so shout out to everybody that got their stimulus check too, man. Please don't waste it. Please don't blow it on some flip flops from Hermes or you know what I'm saying, some Yeezys
I saw
and
this thing on
and then you
Instagram,
back.
bro. They had all of a sudden Walmart got a whole gang of $600 TVs.
Oh man, bro, you laughing, but I seen that right, and I was like, these people real slick though, Jesse. And then you know what make it so funny? They made it cost just enough for you to even pay the taxes on it or whatever the case may be. I said, I say, man, that's they made it just enough for you to buy the TV, pay the Florida taxes, and you still might get $1 left. I say, man, I know what you guys are doing. When
While
I
your
say, and then
landlord
they
is
had
still
them in a
sitting
row,
there with
Jesse.
nothing.
Jesse, did you see how they had them lined up like 475?
Yeah.
Five, I mean, 575, 5 foot. I said,
Yeah.
what? I said, boy, y'all a trip, man.
Hmm.
But listen, with me saying that, man, I definitely want to shout out Terrence. Um, man, he been with me for a few hours. This a young guy. I'm gonna bring him on the show. His whole team is about building credit. He has a host of Airbnbs and condos that he rents out. He rents out luxury cars. We definitely gonna chop it up with him. I might have to chop it up with him in the back of the Maybach because he really has a great success story from working at a warehouse to taking a chance on himself and actually leaving his job. And I don't advise everybody to do that, but he had a real goal, a real plan. I'm definitely gonna speak about, these kinds of plans. And he's been with me on Clubhouse. Shout out to all my people on Clubhouse, man, that's been holding me down. Um, man, that guy's awesome, man. I had him speak today at the DJ meet and greet, and he made so many connections, man. He made a lot of connections, bro. So, man, I'm very excited for what we got coming up. Um, how we looking on our time, brother? If we ready to jump into some music, we could get ready to do that. This soap smells so good. Shout out to the beard guy who sent me some soap, goat milk soap. And my grandmother got the last one, but she ain't getting this one. You heard me? I done got a couple soap bars from her. So, if we ready to get into some music and some videos, we can do that, man. We gonna come back. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all, and then I'm gonna bring you Miss China, and we gonna talk about her entrepreneurship.
What it is, you know what it is. You know where it's at. Video mix, we already live. Yeah, we back in effect each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'm so happy to be back. I got a queen with me. I got a boss with me. I got somebody that doesn't sleep. A pit bull in a skirt, and somebody to be respected. You know we gotta keep it clean. I'm gonna see how clean she can keep it. Cause her mouth crazy, my mouth crazy, so we still gonna do it. Shout out to people on the live, DJ Tune and all the other people that's live. Everybody on the live. Boo baby, man. For listen, I already introed you and I let the people know who you are, but I want you to do some talking so it don't seem like I'm that person.
All right, all right. So thank you. I'm so humbled and privileged to even be here. Usually I'm on the other side. My name is Chyna Doll. I am radio personality for Airing Dirty Laundry, one of the top premiere shows down here in South Florida. We made a very big splash, in our first, second, third season, to where it translated into us acquiring a whole station. Now we're a whole media platform. I do artist management consulting. I've been blessed to be a part of your whole movement. I'm also the co-CEO along with Peace, my business partner, and we have something called Red Air, and it's something where we cover everything in regards to anyone having something creative, and to music and business, whatever it may be. But we don't limit it to just a category. We just feel that that's a whole creative, and it just fell hand in hand with the whole Every Dirty Laundry movement. We highlight everybody in the culture.
All right, so let me make sure I got this right. It started from a radio show, or what was a skeleton before that? Like, because something inspired you to make you make that move, because that's a real big leap. And you gave a lot of things, but I don't want to go so fast to the point where we start dissecting the little baby points.
I know you're real interested, so
yeah, because this is I need the ladies to understand who you are and what's going on right now.
So we're gonna do the groundwork. Let me go all the way back, and especially this is gonna be for my ladies. I've done media my whole life. I've always loved it. I've been attracted to it. And, for certain reasons here and there, made some bad decisions, ended up in trouble, made some more bad decisions, ended up in a very toxic relationship, which turned out to be, very bad in regards to domestic violence.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And when you deal with domestic violence, people just figure, oh, it's just physical. No,
okay.
It's mental, emotional, spiritual. Like, this relationship just dragged me so far down that, like, it took life out of me. You know what I'm saying? And when I came out of that situation, I remember I was smoking with my cousin, and I said, you know what? I don't know how. I don't know how I'm gonna get it done when, but I'm tired of living everybody else's life. Like I was a good girl, had to live my, what my dad said.
Right.
I then, did a whole housewife thing, didn't turn out good, and I was like, I've always wanted to do radio, and somehow, someway, I'm gonna end up on radio.
Right.
And I just started reaching out to all these radio personalities that were currently on air at that time. And I remember Papa Keith, I met up with him, and I was actually supposed to, start some internship with him. And I just feel like things happen for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I was presented with several opportunities between 103 and iHeart and 99 Jams. And I happened to go on this trip to Puerto Rico, and on that trip, I meet this individual, Sean Belair, who's a personality at one of these stations. And he tells me, kind of what it is like, when you're working for these radio personality, for these radio stations. So it's kind of like the decision that you have to make as an artist. Do you want to remain independent, or do you want to, sign that contract?
Right.
I believe that I'm a shark that much, and I feel that I'm a shark that much that I took the leap of faith on me, on my whole movement.
So you bet on your own self?
I bet on my own self, and a lot of people thought I was crazy because at first I actually came out of pocket just to even have a platform.
Right.
And I did that, and I even gave out free interviews, paid to have a platform, was out there grinding 4, 5, 6, 7 events every night, go to a studio session, just to get the whole feel for everything. And here I am a few years later, and it worked out.
Right. So now with the radio situation or the radio show situation, do you think it's, I'm gonna go back right there, and you can keep it short if you choose. Do you think that domestic situations in turn you turned it into a blessing? Because it beat you down so much, there was no way up but up. You know what I'm saying?
I think it all translates into how you revert that loss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, a lot of women would take that and just go work a 9 to 5 and be complacent with a 9 to 5.
Right.
But not only the domestic violence, I think it maybe just was a spark to throw the pebble into the river and create that wave to follow that current.
Right. You deserve more and you wanted more.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's always been a monster in me. It's always been a beast in me that said, like, I'm going to be a billionaire in this lifetime, and I'm going to enjoy my riches in this lifetime, and leave something for my kids and future generations in the next lifetime.
Right.
So that beast made me want it.
So now, are you where you want to be at? Because you named a bunch of stuff, and you're really moving around throughout the city. You like, even though we've been together all day, basically, or are you where you need to be at?
I'm not definitely where I need to be at, not yet. I have not reached my pinnacles, my highest pinnacles yet. If anything, I say last year was a trying year. This year is the testimonial year, but to actually be able, I think, to reap the benefits of my full extent of work, and I don't think we'll ever reach that because, at least for me, I'm going to continuously work. You know what I'm saying? The work never stops. But I think it's going to be a few years. I'd say maybe at least a good 3 to 5 years for me to say, hey, I have my mansion, I have stocks, I have all my accounts unsold. Those are the basics. And then to be able to create that difference between your family, your loved ones, those people around you, and your community, most importantly.
Right.
I think that's when you've made it.
Shout out to all the people on the live again, man. Junior, Crackle, man. I see Larry Doll checking in. Shout out to Fifi checking in. We all the way lit right now. How we looking good on the time?
I think we have about a minute or so left.
I know we still got to get into some videos, and she's here with me, so she ain't going nowhere. We definitely want to dig a little bit deeper and see how much advice she can give to other ladies in the industry and throughout the industry. So, man, y'all hold your head, man, and get your pens and paper together. Yeah, man, we back, and I'm still sniffing this soap. I know I'm not a weirdo. I'm just very attracted to things that upgrade your hygiene. You hear me? So, yeah, the GOAT. From the beard guy, man. I like this. You need to send me a box. I need a box of this, man, so the whole team can be smelling the same way. And it's different kind of, yeah, it's not, you know what, that'll be a problem if we all smell like the same. So scratch that thought. You heard me? Just keep it. So I distribute, and we just pick and choose when we gonna wear it. But If you missed it, if you've been under a rock, airing dirty laundry, Miss Chyna Doll, she is back with me. She's a part of the movement. She goes hard. We still got some questions coming in from live, so I'm gonna go there. What is the final purpose you have? Let's go there.
So I think my final purpose in life right now, because I feel like that changes at times, but I feel like right now my permanent purpose, what I'm gonna say is to do it for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer about me. It's no longer about us. And when I say that, not because I have kids of my own, but because it's a whole community. And I feel like in order for us to make that change for those that are going to matter for us, for our future, we have to break those generational curses and just do it for the future generations.
That's cool. I feel that for real, especially when I look at my four sons. It does feel good to even have that emotion because we're supposed to be taking the load off the neck or people that's around you. Whether you got kids or you don't, it's about us taking the load off of somebody because somebody took the load off of us. So keep that in mind, like for real.
Very much so.
What do you want to be most known for?
So I have two answers for this, right? I have a vain answer, right? I do. I have a vain answer, and I have like an answer that's genuinely like from my heart, but it's very tough. So genuinely, like vainly, I just want my brand, my name, Every Dirty Laundry, Chyna Doll Baby to like resonate, here we are. We don't, BET started so many years ago, but BET years later is like something that stands for the culture, you know what I'm saying?
Right, the household name.
It's a household name, it's like a Johnson and Johnson, and it's like McDonald's, and it's like I got kind of tired of just hearing these other brands that I can't not identify with their upbringing or with those individuals and their struggles to get to where they are. So I want to be a success story as well, this is why, I got it out the mud. I came from immigrant parents. I came from dirt poor, I came from being a convicted felon, from someone who made bad decisions time after time again. But I got it together at some point, and here we are, and like I said, I'm going to be a billionaire in this lifetime, and I'm going to enjoy my riches in this lifetime, and those around me are going to enjoy riches. And my future generations are going to enjoy those riches,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, yeah.
You said background, nationality. What flag, if we at the carnival right now, what flags you holding up?
I'm holding up the Nicaraguan flag.
Come on.
I'm holding up Nicaragua.
I thought she was something else. Look, you called it out wrong. So why? Wait, hold up.
So let me tell you, I'm gonna hold mud out here.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna hold mud.
Go ahead.
So we have Chinese descent in us, right? We have Black descent in us.
Right.
Anyone who's Nicaraguan is automatically a spirit thrower. So you have Indian in you. And if you're Nicaraguan, depending on if you're full-blooded Nicaraguan or if you got mixed in, you have Spaniard in you. So I tap into all of those bloodlines, and I think it was a pretty good combo, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty good combo.
Okay, so the music industry is a place that everybody is like falling into, especially since the pandemic. And you've been here before the pandemic or before we've been quarantining. So what got you into it? Like, what led you in this direction? You could have played sports. You could have been part of the basketball team, like as far as like carrying the towels because you're too short. But yeah, man, like why the music industry?
So you remember one of the things I told you is you put me in the room, I'm gonna execute. You put me in the room, I'm gonna take advantage of whatever falls into my lap.
Right.
So being that I do radio, it was very easy for me to attain access to studios and beats and producers and all these things. And like my first year, low-key has always been a dream of mine to be a rapper. But I'm a realist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my accent, I get tongue twisted a lot. And this is where, and I'm very real with this. It's something different for me to be in front of this mic than to be in front of the mic in the booth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I have to learn how to master those skills. But like I said, I go for it. I'm not scared. The worst that anyone is going to either tell me no or that I'm whack. And at this point, I kind of learned how to start laughing at myself.
Right.
But one thing that I learned as an expert in this industry is that there is a market for everyone.
Oh, say that.
Market for everyone. I've seen it where you be the dopest rapper and you cannot pull ahead. You won't even get booked.
Right.
I know for a fact I'm not maybe the nicest female rapper right now.
Right.
But strategically, I am a beast when it comes to being a female rapper in this game right now.
And then the marketing helps.
Locally, exactly.
Right.
I set up a foundation and a fan base, you know what I'm saying? My music is completely different, and even like with my accent that I'm learning how to, accommodate it and be comfortable with it. Um, you don't hear it right now, and I still haven't even tapped into the full reggaeton, market and even learn to identify my full sound yet. But
Right.
basically, that's what got me into music. I had access to it. My first year, I was able to link up with this great, amazing producer by the name of Carlo Extrabar. He's actually still here with me. And, he did my whole first EP, which was still with the Kiss. And now here I am with my business partner and my head engineer, Biz, my business partner, Grump. Red Dot Dynasty is the studio where I record at currently, and we have Blanco files coming.
Right.
So,
congratulate yourself. That's a part of my whole situation tonight too, man. I definitely need y'all to congratulate yourself because we set these goals. I'm gonna leeway into that. We set these goals, but we forget to like kind of congratulate ourselves, and that's when I feel like the world feels like it's weighing on us when we forget to say, you know what, I wanted to drop this album, and you did it. Maybe you should have took yourself to a spot. And even I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to them in an aspect like sometimes we get too hard on ourselves and we seeking validation for other people, and some of the validation is from people that they never gonna like us anyway because they gonna keep moving the goalposts, and I press that a lot in my clubhouse rooms and whatnot. I got a big following on there so far, and I stress that every day. Like, be strategic, be strategic, be strategic. I don't care if you got money or you don't have money. Like, it's good to be strategic because that's the budgeting in you. And I don't even mean financially, just like even how you disperse your time or budget to time. Like, it's important. You know what I'm saying? So definitely congrats yourself. Obstacles. What has been the biggest obstacle that you had thus far?
I think one of the biggest obstacles right now that I have are things that I have to fix, within self. One, it really wasn't until like recently that I kind of learned to accept how to laugh at myself, how to have a flaw, how to accept that I'm not perfect. Because you know me a little bit in this short amount of time, and you know that I like to execute it and I like to.
Right.
So a lot of times, sometimes people may think I'm not taking the constructive criticism, but it's more like frustration within myself because it's like, fuck, I fucked up. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like, dang, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have done messed up. Like, I should have, I shouldn't have been able to catch my mistakes. I shouldn't have even made that mistake. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I expect, not even sometimes, just all the time, I have such a high bar for myself that I don't want to just go ahead and start lacking or feeling comfortable in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
one is that, being able to laugh at myself and accepting these flaws and just reverting the loss or taking the lesson a little bit better. And two is constructive criticism, being open to it, like being able to translate it into a positive energy. I think sometimes we look at the constructive criticism like, dang, or even like how I get frustrated with myself and we are let down or we let it take us to a bad place instead of saying, okay, and this is usually what I do afterwards because I go analyze afterwards, but it's like I want to start catching it right in that moment. It's like, okay, I messed up right here. This is what they see from the outside in. That's a weakness. What's the solution? Well, how do I make myself strong in that lane?
Solution is a key word too. I'm gonna chime in there because sometimes, like, even being mad with yourself about something is not doing nothing. Like, you gotta look at everything. Like if you're in the sports, like when that coach comes into that locker room, he might chew you out, but he still need to come up with a solution. Like that running back keep running through us, or that wide receiver, like why he got so many open spaces. So it like the pressure shift. So, you might have to shift it more to the cornerback or the safety. He coming down that line, I need you to own him.
No,
You know
like I said, catch those audibles in a better way.
Right.
Be able to catch the audible, and a lot of people don't know where the alley you and be able to know what to do with the alley, what to do with the audible, and that's just what I want to get at doing immediately, not like 3-4 hours later. Immediately.
Right.
I have a couple questions. So, Chyna Doll, I just wanted to salute you. This is my first time actually coming and to know you. I'm Jesse. I'm the founder of Video Mix. I just wanted to salute you on your journey and actually kind of fighting through the obstacles you had to deal with, both personally and just kind of the circumstances we kind of find ourselves in sometimes. So I just wanted to really congratulate you on that. And from the perspective that you have and have gained through moving in these streets here, what do you think we can do as a community here in South Florida to have a have more prosperity that more people can experience?
In regards to the entertainment.
Yes, like working together
So,
with whether it's labels, artists, people being able to actually do create commerce and spend money with each other.
so I think that one of the things that I take from some of these other cities that are very successful and their talent forward is that they work simultaneously together at the very same time to push certain artists or brands, and they create that pebble effect. And I always refer back to that. You may hear me say that a lot because when you think about a river, when you think about current, and when you think about when you throw a rock or a pebble, no matter how small that pebble is, it creates a little riff in the water. You know what I'm saying? Now, when 5, 6, 7 people throw a pebble at the same time, it creates a bigger wave.
Right.
And I think that's what we lack down here. I think we're so in competition, and our egos and our prides are so up.
Right.
Because we have amazing talent. When you sit up here and you've got some of these open mics, and I go to open mics and events every night almost.
Right.
And when I see the talent that we have, I mean, from producers to even how our promoters are, like we have some very big strikes down here, but we have all of these separate entities. And think about it, it even happened to me in my first year. I was throwing pebbles, and it's like luckily I had a double arm, and I was just throwing 5, 6 pebbles at one time that I could create that kind of same wave. But it wasn't until I came into contact with my business partner Grump and had his team behind me, my brothers, Biz and Esco, and just the whole team here at In the Air FM, at Red Dot Dynasty, at Red Air. Did we not start making a whole move? It was very different than when they just noticed China Doll to when they noticed, okay, this is In the Air, this is Red Wave, I mean Red Air. And I think that's what we lack at. I think, and I'm gonna just put it out there. I tried to get a few years ago, probably my rookie year, with a few radio personalities, and even within my own station at that time. And I think really honestly, this is the blueprint for Miami to succeed. If all of these internet stations, you grab all of these internet stations, you grab all of these premier strip club DJs, premier DJs in the FM at the same time, promoters that are in the major clubs and the premier clubs, all together simultaneously saying, hey, this season we're gonna push this artist, this artist,
Right.
this artist, this artist. Everybody has to have their time and wait for their time.
Right.
But we're never gonna get there. We're only gonna have one person getting there who's only gonna help one other person get there. As opposed to, like I said, imagine we push these 5 artists and 5 major brands down here are like the major brands, for even internet, and these are your go-tos.
Right.
Then now we're creating this establishment and this demand for these brands. Then if we work cohesively together, the followers of the avenues that come in through you and through him and through this person,
Right.
we are all basically building each other up. So now, as opposed to me selling airtime or ads with 50 views and only being able to charge $50. Now here we are, 3,000, 4,000 views later, and now I'm able to charge $1,000 for
Right,
that ad time.
right.
And these are the things that we miss, even as artists, as this whole collective. And I just think that's what we're missing now.
Chaos, you remember when we first started the underground pipeline over at MVP? You remember that? And
Right.
that was the motivation behind that, creating the underground pipeline and everything. We were gonna have all, it was like forget Power 96 and EDR. We getting ready to have the pirate stations, video. This is before some of the
Mhm.
other internet things were even around. I think maybe 305 Hip Hop was the hottest internet brand back
Right.
at that time. But it's like but something still just kept us from connecting. I'm not sure exactly, but I really hope that maybe some of the younger generation of artists and business people, maybe they don't have as much beef or as much disappointments that and then thing, because that happens. You put everything into something, you don't get paid, this person moves on with success, forgets about you. It's a lot of that happens, people. And then we have people that's really putting their all into these brands. You might, do I keep keep my business going, or do I make my mortgage payment? That those are realities that entrepreneurs have to face from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to know we're here. We definitely want to reach out and create these bonds and create a better market. 'Cause we should be much further ahead. We shouldn't have people come down here eating, taking all the money on the big weekends, and we just here standing on the outside looking in. It has to change. So hopefully with us and other people of like minds, we can make that happen.
I definitely think that is doable, and I think that right now, like if we were to take the forefront or the initiative to create that committee, from the outside looking in, from a younger generation that was looking in, and right now I feel like I'm the balance that older generation to the new generation. I think it's gonna take some of the OGs. I think it's gonna take some of the current Gs and some of the ones that are not even set because we have to train them and give them the guidelines, and just incorporate women. I think that that's also what we've lacked at, not because also I'm a woman, but just think about it. Women can execute and get into a lot of places that men can't. That's why I've been used a lot of times, you know.
But everything comes with order too. I can say two things on this topic, no different than today was a prime example. Here it is. We set up that situation with Sadie Hendricks and all these different rappers and artists and DJs. Even DJ Yayo came down from Central Florida because he missed Sadie yesterday. He used his own gas money to come down here. It's a respect thing. Somebody who goes hard with his music or whatever. And I just looked at the room. I scoured the room, and I'm like, man, it's a lot of people respect what we're doing, and the main focus is Sadie. And it's just like I'm piggybacking off of what you just said. Mm-hmm. The main focus was him. Yeah, you might have chimed in and we went through the room and let everybody get the mic and touch on what they do, but it's still collectively, it was about, this is what I do, what can I do for SETI? Mm-hmm. This is what I do, what can I do for SETI? Let's, it actually really, it's a unspoken rule and method that tends to work. And I've been in SETI shoes, being that, I'm in grind mode, but it also comes with the vision of saying, we're going to be relentless. Because one thing about, I can say it applies for this example of video mix. There's a lot of people that failed us. It's some hosts that came and went. It's some, cameramen came and went, edited for a little bit, you know what I mean? Whether it's been a financial or economic situation, whether it's been a family situation, we respect everybody. We don't have bad blood with nobody. But I can say the same attitude Jesse has is the same attitude I have. And that goes in our tool belt. Like, I refuse to let my dream of Respect My Grind TV to be deterred whether somebody shows up or not. Because if you don't show up, I'm still coming to practice. I'm still coming to the game. It's still going to get done because it was my dream to begin with. And I can't point a gun at nobody. I just got to do what I got to do. Same thing with Jesse. Same thing with you. You know how many DJs she needs? Shout out to the DJs out there. But there's been times you didn't have it, so you had to run a playlist. But that could have been somebody's slot to lock that spot down on a Wednesday from 7 to 8 and get their shine on. Mm-hmm. But it didn't happen. But you know what? Spot still got to get.
You got to keep
fit.
going.
I don't want to go too far into the time. How we looked at Justin. But yeah, on that, I just feel like you got to be relentless. Video Mix has not missed a beat. My movement has not missed a beat. It may get delayed because even Respect My Grind TV, this is Respect My Grind Live, but Respect My Grind TV was supposed to be released, Jesse will tell you, in November. It's being released in January, and I'm fine with that because I'm a perfectionist. I want it to look good. I want it to represent me, my company, my brand. So when everybody sees it, they know that he really took his time. He really took it serious. And there's always quality coming from his name. You understand what I'm saying? So now, what else is on your mind? And before you go and answer that, I know we're going to have a couple more sessions before we get up out there. Tell the people how to get around.
Cool. So you could definitely get in contact with me. My main, platform that I'm always really active on, Chyna Doll Baby, CHYNADOLLBABI. The station is in the air FM. Dirty Laundry with Chyna Doll. Basically Google and you'll be able to find We have our website, www.theairfm.com. I have studio time partner up here that I told you guys with Grum. We have a whole red hair movement going on. So make sure you follow him, tap in with him, follow creatives. $50 an hour will get you top sound. And make sure you just tap in with the whole family. You'll see Biz and Esco, and if you follow the movement, you'll see everyone who's relative there.
In this day and time, and you've seen different eras. Just like you said, you kind of got new school, old school. Speak from a woman's perspective on two different things. Is it getting easier for women right now in 2021, or what year it is being seen by somebody on YouTube or something? And I want you to give me your eyesight on how are y'all moving together, or are y'all still disconnected, like when it comes to ladies with ladies?
So, for women, all in all, I think in regards to placement in the industry, it's getting better.
Okay.
Now, in regards to how to get to that placement, I'm not sure how we're going. I can speak on how China has placement, and I just be like, honestly, I'm so thankful that the little time that I have gotten tried, like light work type of stuff. But to know that I have gotten placed, or I've been placed, or getting to the places that I am at, or the shark that people, place me in, tapping into me, or even when all these other entities, reach out to me, to know that it's off pure, brain muscle. Like to me, that's the biggest blessing. I do hear and I do see where some of these young ladies, have to dress a certain way, or they use, certain type of I'm not knocking that by any means. But for me, like I said, I'm a real realist. I have a small booty, no big boobs. Face is pretty, but my biggest and most sexiest thing, the thing that I walk with most confidence is my brain, and I feel like thankfully that's why I sit with big boys at the table and been valued, in that way, as opposed to just being looked at as a topic that could go and just be a pretty face to get anything.
Right.
What was the question you had said?
Just like how y'all moving together, all the ladies that's moving together.
So in regards to that, it's tricky. I'm not even gonna lie or sugarcoat for me. I just now kind of started learning how to deal with a lot of women and use women, tactically how men use us. You know what I'm saying? But it always like I see still a lot of cattiness between women, and maybe not even just women, but just how the industry is down here.
Right.
I do see a lot of women empowerment, but to how genuine it is, I mean, I can't say. I know when I do stuff genuinely, and I rock with a woman's brand and endorse her, because genuinely I identify with it. Genuinely, I can endorse her, back her up. I like how she moves. I don't associate myself with every male in the industry. Like I said, I take a lot of pride in having clean business and being approached in a completely professional manner that you would have to think 4 times to be like, damn, I'm her number one person.
Look, she giving a lot of gems and jewels out there. Taking notes. We gonna cut videos, man. Like that's a lot. You said a lot. That was a Bible's worth. So, and it's quality stuff. Let's get into some more videos right quick. Man, you already know who it is, man. Respect My Grind TV each and every Tuesday right here on Video Mix at 8 p.m. Be early. That's the best way to be on time. We just played that Color Currency, man. That's from my side of town. You can't have me on this show and not be playing no South Day music, man. Shout out to them. Man, that's a legendary situation that came from Hustle Holic. I'm so through it all. Hey, I'm so through it all. Don't get started. Nope.
I was already.
Yeah, they came from the legendary, like before Grind Mode got our little win in there. Hustleholders had came right before us, man. So salute, man. You already know, man. That's family, man. We just got some cutting news about Dr. Dre, man. Y'all definitely keep him in your prayers. He in the ICU right now for a brain aneurysm. Man, the feed is going crazy on Instagram and all that. We did get some shout outs from different cities, man. I'm gonna let her run through that, man. Chyna, talk to him.
All right, so let me do this. I feel like I'm about to do a whole speech. Shout out to Virginia, South Miami, North Carolina, Atlanta, Tennessee, we see you, Maryland, Tampa, Boston, Homestead, Manchester, UK, South Miami. Shout out to Georgia, DJ Miami, DJ Dig 'em Down, and Street Miami. Red Dot, I see you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to DJ Miami. Shout out to everybody that's really tuned in. For y'all to think this a game, man, we all over the place, man. I'm talking about we got people in and out the country, all over the state. This is not just a Miami thing. It's not just a Florida thing. Shout out to everybody on, my home team gonna tune in. I don't care if I was jail ministry, boy, they gonna tune in, man. So shout out to P. Ryan Richmond High School, Florida City, Homestead, Modella, Naranja, all the way down through US 1, man. I'm talking about Colonial Park. I'm talking about everything down from the Keys on back to Coconut Grove, Sad Miami. Like, I could go to on and on. US 1 belongs to me. Listen, I love y'all, man.
I feel like I just took an Uber ride through all of this.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. We still, Atlanta just checked in. Shout out to our Atlanta station. Shout out to Dayton, Ohio. Man, we doing a lot right now, man, and we just
We're
expanded.
gonna talk on it right now.
Yeah, we gonna touch on that. Shout out to all the artists that's trying to get on here. You inboxing me. Listen, I'm gonna give you the information. It's on you to take advantage, man, because right now, when it comes to this television show and this network, man, we got something a lot of people ain't got. So shout out to everybody that's locked up too, man. TGK Metro West Stockade, man. Y'all keep me tuned in. Y'all show a lot of love. And the phone lines is open too. Y'all can call in whenever y'all feel to, man.
Part of my soul, because actually I really, you mentioned all the, facilities, and we stay down with our brothers. So shout out to J Bang. I believe he goes to court tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 6th, right? Yes. So he goes to court tomorrow, the 6th. Brother, we're with you. Red Dot is behind you, and we're waiting on you to come home.
Right. So we back on this Chyna Doll situation. Yeah, y'all asking me how y'all can work with me, man. All you got to do is jump in my inbox, man. I'm accessible. We still knocking out questions with Chyna Doll. Before I ask you this question again, tell the people how to get in contact with you.
It's very simple. Instagram, Chyna Doll Baby, ChynaDollBaby. Tap into that. It'll let you go to everything else from the station to the show to the record studio to the production platform.
And you can definitely hit us up on videomixtv.com. You can check us out on YouTube. You can actually Google us anywhere and it's gonna come up. As far as me, Grind Mode Chaos. That's all you gotta do. Look up for Grind Mode Chaos. Or type in, Respect My Grind TV. This footage is not just gonna stay here. We're gonna have this all over the place from Twitch to Roku to everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is a different year. I'm back on my gorilla. You heard me? I'm back on my gorilla marketing. I'm back. You understand what I'm saying?
Gorilla on spinach. On spinach.
The DMX in me kicking in. You heard me? Shout out to Made in Miami Dade. You know what I'm saying? Crizzo and all the other people that's in here, man. You already know what it is. Listen, what is next for Chyna Doll?
What is next for Chyna Doll? People want to take over the world. I don't want to take over the world. I want to take over the universe.
Right.
This one and the next one. I mean, no, I'm serious. When I say take over, I just mean I really want to excel when it comes to everything. I want to take over everything. When you think about media, I want, you to think about Chyna Doll when it comes to TV, when it comes to production, when it comes to radio, podcasting, magazine. I want to be the media entity that you think about anything and for everything, and that's what we're going to be. I want everything that I touch, from brands to working with business partners to collaborations, to be platinum. And that's what they're going to be.
Bree Raton Clark, man, that's the homie up there in Canada, man, tuned in. He's showing a lot of love. He actually working on another one of my websites. I got a few of them. One of them I won't say on here because that's for the After Dark people. But y'all can check out beingimpact.com to get some apparel. A lot of the stuff y'all see me wearing on my television show actually comes from my clothing line, and which was started kind of solely on my son. It originally started from, Autism Can't Stop My Greatness. Y'all know one of my sons is autistic. He's on the spectrum. So shout out to them blue puzzle pieces and them blue hearts, man. Y'all keep them blue hearts up. Keep praying for us fathers and mothers that have children with disabilities, man. We got it a little tougher. But hey, man, my son's special in a lot of different ways, man. He like a whole different kind of genius. You know what I'm saying? So now, with women working together, we spoke about that. How do you feel about women actually balancing their career and things of that nature?
I think women have been doing that since the beginning of time. I mean, even before when women didn't have the full career,
Uh-huh.
think about it. Women have always have had to been the biggest multitasker in the family role.
Oh yeah, talk
You know
about it.
why? Because I mean, like I said, go back to caveman time. Woman has to be the one that worries about the family functioning, the daily operations, the kids, then having to be a woman itself, being mom. Now you have to convert to being a woman, feeding your man and, maintaining your man, making sure his, manly needs are met, you know what I'm saying? Now, okay, things are a little bit harder, but it's very much necessary. And the reason, like, I'm so happy that you even asked that question. I want women to know that with or without kids, with whatever load you have, and not only just women, but anyone, it's just time management. It's just multitasking, transitioning skills. Nothing is too much. Right. We put things off. You have time to do so many other things that, dude, you just invest more time. Right. In order to be a millionaire, you must have 7 incomes. So that means that there's not even enough time to make these 7 avenues happen right. Sometimes. So no one should be sitting on their ass.
Them ladies like that. Oh,
yes, ma'am.
Them ladies like that on the live.
You gotta get that money. I'm an adamant believer. Like, you could give me the richest guy in the world, and I swear to God, I don't even want his money. I just want to know how he became rich. Right. Because I'm gonna learn it, and I'm gonna become rich too. Right. I just need my own bag. Right. Just period.
Facts, man. That's a good way to think of it, because a lot of women tend to get lazy, or they don't apply themselves because they need that extra little crutch, and they feel like they cash in. It's like, it's a crazy time right now. So, it's good to see that you got that dog in you, that fight in you, that hunger in you. So you're not just looking for a man to just snuggle up and take you shopping. You're looking for somebody to build an empire with. So salute to the ladies that are business minded, and they really, really want somebody to compliment them, not just verbally compliment them, but compliment their lifestyle. DJ Yo-Yo just tuned in. A couple other DJs said they were going to tune in. They tuned in, man. So salute to y'all. 88.7, salute to y'all. Strong Arm Radio, salute to y'all, man. I was over there earlier. Teddy T.
Shout out Teddy T. I'll be on there tomorrow.
Right, man. So it's crazy, man. We're going to hit a lot of radio stations this year. So every week I'm trying to hit the radio stations, like I told you, hit these restaurants, hit these business owners. We want to show y'all that there's several ways, no different than what she just said, to spin off what she's saying, 7 streams of income. So we're going to show you, because a conversation with an entrepreneur or a CEO or somebody that's worth 6 or 7 or 8 figures that's in my camp and in my phone, that might inspire you or give you the ambition to say, you know what, he did what? He was selling antiques or buying stuff on garage sales and selling on eBay. Like, it's the littlest things. Like, even that alone, like I spoke with Jesse about that a while ago, but I will say I still play around in that field. Mm-hmm. You go to a garage sale and buy a whole bunch of super soakers for like 50 cents a piece and get on eBay and they all have dates on them. And then you make $7, $19. It's a turnover. Man, you don't want to talk about hustle.
Listen, I want to just chime in on that a little bit. I think that what you said is very great. We have to learn how to sharpen each other. You know what I'm saying? Like right. I said, if someone's watching right now, not only that, but someone may say something in there that may spark something in me, and I may, go tap into it. So we have to learn how to sharpen each other.
Shout out to Coco Hot. She said, yes, to what you were saying. She said, that's me. Don't give me the money. Show me how to make it. The other young lady made in Miami-Dade, she always supporting the movement. She said, give me the brokest man in the world and watch us grow together.
Yes, sir. And I believe that. I mean, that is a very accurate statement. You know what I'm saying? In today's world, and the reason why even, I was happy about this question, to go back to it, is in today's world, both parties have to work. It's a 50-50, right. You know what I'm saying? And I say that not only in the finance world, but in the home world as well. Like, dude, if you came home and you're the guy, you got home early, bust the dishes. I'm going to come home and I'm going to come, bust the meal. You know what I'm saying? And together we could bust the dishes after that. Right. Or we show the kids how to bust the dishes so that they learn transitional skills, later on in life. Right. But in today's world, you definitely need that. So to put this in perspective, the man makes the woman makes the man. And I take that to the grave with me. And I say that to say this. If I say there's 7 incomes that are needed and you attack 3 and I attack 3 and we work on that one together, it may take me a lifetime to reach my goal. Right. But if we do this together, and that's what we fail to look at. We look at love, we look at the security, we look at this. But when you look at life and you look at marriage and you look at finances and your partner, because it's not your husband. Anyone could be a husband and a wife.
Right.
But when you look at that person who is genuinely your partner, who is going to go day in and day out with you, whose bills become your bills, whose worries become your worries, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you look at that financial contract, that financial longevity that you want, it's going to get you everything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is. And I'm a believer in that. Woman makes the man, man makes the woman.
Demi said facts 100 on that. Young lady said teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
Preach, sister. It's about the grind and both of you coming from Huda Baby. So, you know, I love the fact that y'all responding and letting us know that, you know, some things are hitting where they need to hit in, because we're throwing them out there for them to land. So it's on y'all to receive it. And don't just, you know, praise us and hit us with the hard signs. Actually apply this, because a lot of this information can be utilized and help your situation or your next relationship or your current relationship. You know what I mean? This ain't a relationship conversation, but we're going to go in whatever direction that we feel the need to, because it still comes back to the grind at the end of the day and respecting the grind.
I get paid to talk shit.
Yeah,
I get paid to talk shit.
Hey.
Listen.
So listen, do you feel like they respect your grind?
Cool.
Like just people that, because the people that you started dealing with, like just say 3 years ago, 5 years ago, right now in this year, do you feel like when you walk in the room, do they respect it, or are you still fighting to earn the respect?
Honestly, you know, like, it's gonna probably seem a little crazy to you. I feel like I've gotten respect from the very first moment. I think people realized and looked at the work ethic from the get-go and just saw it. And now more and more that time progresses, it's literally like, as more time keeps progressing, I literally just told this to my business partner. It does feel good. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm somebody down here in South Florida. Like,
Right.
For a long time, like, I'm just regular old Chai. And no, it's like, no, you are somebody. You have a voice. People look at you. People come to you. People look at your brand. And even when I see like the OGs and even the young Gs, and you know, when I step into some of these Shark Tanks, you know, with people that would be of a different caliber, ethnic wise or financial wise, and to be in those same rooms with them and be able to dialogue, and for them to take my business blueprints and my business just period seriously, of course.
Right.
It feels amazing, man. Like, I love being able to sit with the top dogs, with the big boys, and I'm just this little old 5'2" girl, you know, 5'2".
That was Coco Hot said a relationship is definitely a business, and you must have the right business partner, because ultimately that's what it's gonna come down to. It's a lot of business that you're gonna have to break down and y'all gonna have to build, because even if it's just based on the business side of the bills and things of that nature, like that's another business that y'all gotta keep in order. So you gotta strategize, you gotta write it down. I always stress that too, for people to write it down, because like when you write things down, it materializes better. You know what I mean? Because you can see it. Listen, we got to get into some more videos, and then we're going to try. That's my dog, man. Shout out to Amy. Shout out to Hustle Holic. That's actually like my OG. A lot of people don't know that got a lot to do with the creation of Junkie movement, because that was that pill popping movie. That was that After Hours. You see them, they twig and and you know what I'm saying? The twig and the twitching, all that led into Junkie, man. That's some real Miami history that y'all don't even know about. So shout out to Hustleaholics, still out here doing their thing. Longevity is everything. Yeah, man, let's get into some of these other places that got us tuned in.
First of all, I have to shout out the Wake Up Miami morning show. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with them Monday through Friday. Every Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 a.m. They're going to make that 1 hour lit as hell. So make sure y'all tap in with them, okay?
You already know.
You already know. So we have Brooklyn, Naranja. They've all been tapping in. Homestead tapping in. You know, home team always has to tap in. We have Brunswick, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Manchester, Virginia, South Man. Just all of these places that, you know, just...
Nigeria, Africa is tuned in. Canada is definitely tuned in. So... yeah, man, salute to all of y'all, man, showing a lot of love. We're going to get into these last few thoughts on what's on your mind before you get up out of here.
So, like I told you, what I want to be most known for is, you know, changing, you know, community and setting up for the next generation. So, with that, and, you know, even just trigger movement, you know, triple effect for all of us out here. So, here are the gems. We have to sharpen each other.
Right.
You are only going to make me sharper. I'm only going to make you sharper.
Facts.
They're not going to want us to be their neighbor. So we have to take that into consideration and give our kids, our future generations, that head start that we were not given. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, and it might not register with you guys right now, but please just let it, marinate, and you'll understand what I'm saying. When you are born into a community that you don't see homelessness, you don't see drug abuse, your schools are all A schools, you come from a home that has both mom and dad in there, and you don't have to worry about moving, and you have your own room, and you have an actual bed that you don't have to share with 3, 4 other siblings, and you have your own space. These things matter. You know what I'm saying? And that head start, we weren't given that same head start. So in order for us to break those generational curses, we have to start now and start teaching our future generations. And with that, I just want to say, let's take back our culture. Let's take back what was taken from us. And that is the only way that we're going to become rich again.
Listen, I appreciate y'all time. Again, tell the people how to get in contact with you.
So you can find me on all social media platforms. Chyna Doll Baby, ChynaDollBaby, in there FM, Red Dot Dynasty Creatives. Just follow the whole movement. We're not doing it just for the culture, but we're doing it for the next generation.
Man, you already know what it is, man. Before I get up out of here, again, shout out to the beard guy on Instagram. This got that goat milk. What it say? Oh, I ain't know that, man. Tea tree is in here. Coconut, shea butter, vitamin C. It's organic. It's natural.
Smells good as hell.
It really does smell. You want this? Okay, you got it.
Thank you.
I get some more, but definitely salute to all of y'all, man. Like that's been tuned in. This is the first week in the year, so be on the lookout every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Man, we're going live. I'm never gonna be in the same place twice. You already know what it is. So next week, stay tuned. I'm gonna let y'all know where I'm gonna be at, whether it's a radio station or a business or you know what I mean. And we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about to keep helping y'all build y'all grind so people respect y'all grind, man. Follow me at Respect My Grind TV or follow me at Grind Mode Chaos, man. It's been a pleasure. Definitely follow Video Mix TV. Yeah, man, we already made our announcements. Listen, we got that King Zoe. It's like I fit all my Zoe. Shout out to Hood Vlogs too, man. We did like at least 500,000 views in Miami just in the last several weeks, man. So shout out to my Russian.
Wait, I got one more shout out.
Go ahead.
Thank you, respect my grind, the whole, movement, just even you believing in Chyna Doll to even make me a part of the team, and Jeff, just even having this conversation has been dope, so thank you guys.
Nah, no doubt, man. Listen, we just cooking up, man. Let's get to that King Zoe, man. You already know what it is.